Hello everyone, Richard here and welcome to a new weekly overview here on AltCryptoTalk. Since you guys love the alphabet series, tokens starting with certain letters, last week we've done A tokens, if you remember, and today, guess what? We are going over B tokens. I've picked 5 tokens starting with B, so let's dive straight into it. Starting with BTH, we have been overall bearish but kind of flat as you clearly notice. We are trading within this range between the 270 support and 430 resistance. For the bulls to take over from a medium-term perspective and make this deep correction phase just like previously, a break above the 430 resistance is needed. Meanwhile, as we retest the support, which is also the lower band of this wedge pattern, we'll be looking for longs on lower time frames. If you zoom into H4 time frame, lately we have been trading within this flat falling wedge. If you break above it, we'll be expecting a continuation towards the 400 round number and 430, which is the upper bound of the resistance zone. This is from a short-term perspective. Meanwhile, if you push a little bit lower towards the 300 round number and this demand zone, of course, we'll be looking for new longs. Next, we've got Blur. Weekly time frame around a massive round number 0.1. So, of course, we'll be looking for longs as long as the 0.1 support level holds. Medium term, as you clearly see, we have been overall bearish. After breaking this low, we have been making low highs and low lows. For the bulls to take over and shift the momentum in their favor from bearish to bullish, of course, we need a break above the last major high. And currently, the last major high is here around 0.156. If you break above it, we'll be shifting the momentum from bearish to bullish, and we'll be expecting every bearish movement to be a dip to look for trend following longs to catch the next impulse movement upward. But for now, we are still bearish medium term and long term. However, around the 0.1 round numbers, of course, we are looking for short-term longs targeting this previous major high. On H4 time frame, after breaking above this minor high and this trend line, we have been overall bearish. We shifted the momentum from bearish, of course, to bullish. For the bulls to remain in control, we need a break above this structure at 0.122. If you break above it, expect further bullish movement towards the major daily high. Meanwhile, every bearish movement would be a correction to look for trend following longs. So as we retest this lower trend line in orange around 0.11, we'll be looking for longs targeting the 0.12. Next, beam. Weekly time frame between this 0.002, of course, as a support, still very far away around this all-time low, but currently, interestingly, retesting the 0.01, a massive round number and resistance zone. Previously a structure, support, broken downward, now acting as a resistance. For the bulls to take over long-term, a break above this resistance is needed. In this case, further bullish movement towards the 0.018 and 0.02 will be expected. Meanwhile, short-term or medium-term, we have been overall bearish, just like Blur, BCH, and many altcoins. Bearish, making low highs and low lows. Every bullish movement was a correction, followed by a big impulse pushing the price lower. Currently, we are in this correction phase. However, you can clearly notice that this correction is like no other. Small correction, as you clearly notice. However, this is the biggest correction so far. If you compare all these together, just like this, to see it visually, you can see that this correction is bigger than the previous ones, showing us or giving us an early alert that a potential reversal might happen, to be confirmed, of course, after breaking above this last major high, just like the previous altcoins, which would be around 0.012. Once we break it, we push higher. Meanwhile, it would be a correction, especially if we break below this low. In this case, we'll be expecting the next impulse movement to start, which would be bearish and push the price lower again. Next, band. Weekly time frame around a very strong support zone. You can clearly see it here in history, around 0.5 and 1 round number. One round number has been very strong, acting as support previously. However, unfortunately, it has been taken out. It has been lost. We broke below it with a big candle, confirming that it's now acting as a resistance zone. For the bulls to take over again and claim the crown, if you want to say, we need a break above this major high and above the one round number. In this case, it would act as a support again, just like previously, and we'll be expecting a continuation towards the upper bound of this falling channel in orange around 1.8, 1.75. Last but not least, BAT, one of the oldest altcoins. If we zoom a little bit in, I've been trading within this big range between the 0.15 and 0.365 as the upper bound of this resistance zone. Currently around the very strong support zone, and it held in a very aggressive way. Whenever price retests it, we have seen aggressive bullish movement like 2x or 3x. So we are currently here again, and we are looking for bullish reversal setups on lower time frames. If you zoom into daily time frame, for the confirmation for this big reversal, a break above both the wedge pattern and the channel will be needed. This is very important because previously the impulse were very strong and very big. However, lately the impulse movement pushing price lower has been flat, which give you an early alert that we might have a full reversal in the making. You can clearly see here. I like to, of course, always compare it visually. Big and steep, still big flat, but now flat and small. So this is it to be confirmed by breaking above these two channels, the wedge and the channel. In this case, we'll be expecting a full reversal from bearish to bullish. To be confirmed on H4 time frame, this is the last major high. Break above the wedge pattern done, break above the channel, and the break above the 0.166 previous major high will confirm the full reversal. Meanwhile, we are kind of in a small range here, so as we push a little bit lower towards the 0.14, we'll be looking for short-term longs targeting the 0.166. That's it for today for B tokens. Let me know if you want me to go for C tokens and go in order, or you would like me to go over a specific letter, and I would be happy to do it. I'll see you hopefully on the next one.